Mentally strong people don't always look powerful. Most of the time, they look quiet, calm, detached, because real strength is not loud. It's the ability to stay in control when life, people, and emotions try to break you. And if you've developed these behaviors, there's a good chance pain changed you into someone mentally stronger than most people around you. Because mental strength is rarely built in comfort. It's built in betrayal, in loneliness, in moments where nobody came to save you. It's created slowly, when you realize your emotions can either control your life or evolve it. And the strange part is, the stronger you become mentally, the less you feel the need to prove anything to anyone. You stop talking so much. You stop reacting so quickly. You stop chasing people who don't value you. And somewhere in that silence, a different version of you is born. Not colder, just more aware. And if these behaviors feel familiar to you, then you've probably been through more emotionally than most people realize. Sign 1. Staying calm. During disrespect, mentally strong people don't react immediately anymore. There was a time when disrespect ruined your entire day. You felt the need to defend yourself, explain yourself, prove your worth to people who were already committed to misunderstanding you. But pain changes that. Experience changes that. After dealing with enough fake behavior, manipulation, and emotional games, you slowly realize that not every situation deserves your energy. Some people provoke others because reactions make them feel powerful. Some people enjoy chaos because it distracts them from their own emptiness. And once you understand this, your silence becomes different. You stop giving everyone emotional access to you. You learn how to stay calm, even when someone is trying to pull anger out of you. Not because you became weak, but because you finally understand emotional control is power. Anyone can explode. Anyone can scream. But staying calm while your emotions are being tested requires a level of strength most people never reach emotionally. Sign 2. Becoming comfortable alone. One of the deepest signs of mental strength is becoming comfortable in your own company. At first, loneliness hurts badly. Silence feels heavy. You constantly search for distractions because being alone forces you to face yourself honestly. But eventually, something changes inside you. Solitude no longer feels like punishment. It starts feeling peaceful. You stop forcing conversations that drain your energy. You stop surrounding yourself with fake people just to avoid feeling lonely. And slowly, you begin understanding yourself on a deeper level. Your thoughts become clearer. Your emotional awareness becomes stronger. You realize most people are terrified of being alone because silence exposes everything they spend their lives avoiding. Their insecurities, their fears, their emotional wounds. But mentally strong people eventually stop running from themselves. They sit alone with their thoughts long enough to understand who they truly are underneath all the distractions. Sign 3. No longer needing validation. Mentally strong people stop needing approval from everyone around them. There was a time when you cared deeply about being accepted. You over-explained yourself constantly. You replayed conversations in your mind, wondering if people misunderstood you. You wanted everyone to see your good intentions. But life eventually teaches you something painful about human nature. No matter how kind or genuine you are, some people will still judge you through the lens of their own insecurities. Some people will dislike you simply because your energy reminds them of what they lack inside themselves. And once you realize this, you stop exhausting yourself trying to control everyone's perception of you. You stop performing fake versions of yourself just to fit into rooms where your soul feels uncomfortable. Your confidence becomes quieter now, more grounded, more real. Because mentally strong people no longer build their identity around external approval. Sign 4. Observing people. Quietly, pain teaches people how to observe, especially betrayal. After being disappointed enough times emotionally, you stop trusting words so quickly. You begin paying attention to patterns instead. Energy, consistency, small behaviors most people completely ignore. Mentally strong people understand that human behavior reveals truth faster than language ever will. Someone can say they support you while secretly competing with you emotionally. Someone can smile in your face while resenting your growth internally. And because life exposed you to enough fake energy, you become more aware of people now, not paranoid, just emotionally aware. You notice who only contacts you when they need something. You notice who disappears when you stop overgiving. You notice who becomes uncomfortable when you begin improving yourself. And this awareness changes. Sign 5. Walking away from fake relationships. Mentally strong people eventually stop forcing relationships that destroy their peace. This usually happens after emotional exhaustion, after giving too much love to people who only appreciated your presence when it benefited them, after constantly trying to fix connections that survived only because of your effort. Eventually, something inside you becomes tired, not angry, just emotionally tired. And that's when you begin understanding that love without respect slowly destroys people from the inside. You realize loyalty means nothing if someone constantly damages your mental health. So instead of begging people to value you correctly, you quietly create distance. Even though walking away hurts deeply, staying in fake relationships hurts even more, and mentally strong people eventually choose self-respect over emotional attachment. Sign 6. Thinking before reacting. Most people react emotionally without thinking. They speak from anger, respond from ego, and make permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. But mentally strong people slowly learn how to pause before reacting. They begin understanding that emotions are information, not commands. So instead of immediately exploding, you start questioning yourself internally. Why did this affect me so deeply? Is this situation actually disrespectful? Or is it reopening an older wound inside me? This level of self-awareness changes everything emotionally. You stop allowing every emotion to control your behavior. You become calmer, more emotionally intelligent, more aware of your inner world. And honestly, this kind of emotional maturity usually develops only after pain forces you to understand yourself deeply. Sign 7. Controlling emotions. Instead of exploding. Emotionally weak people think emotional control means feeling nothing. But mentally strong people often feel emotions more intensely than everyone around them. The difference is, they learned how dangerous emotions become when they completely take over behavior. Because anger can destroy relationships within minutes, sadness can isolate you from people who genuinely care about you. Insecurity can make you sabotage your own happiness. And after enough painful consequences, you begin learning emotional discipline. You stop expressing every emotion instantly. You learn how to sit with uncomfortable feelings without becoming consumed by them. You learn how to feel anger without becoming destructive. You learn how to experience pain without turning bitter. And honestly, this quiet emotional control becomes one of the strongest things about you. Sign 8. Accepting painful truths. Mentally strong people stop lying to themselves emotionally. Most humans stay attached to illusions because reality hurts. It's easier to believe someone will eventually change, easier to ignore red flags, easier to hold on to false hope than face disappointment honestly. But emotionally strong people eventually become tired of self-deception. They accept when relationships are emotionally unhealthy. They accept when someone no longer values them. They accept when they've outgrown certain environments and people. And even though awareness hurts deeply, they understand painful truth is still healthier than comfortable illusion. Because healing only begins when honesty does. And once you stop escaping reality emotionally, your entire life starts changing from the inside. Sign 9. Protecting inner peace. After surviving enough emotional chaos, peace becomes extremely important to you. You stop entertaining unnecessary drama. You stop giving unlimited emotional access to people who constantly drain your energy. You become more selective with conversations, environments, and relationships because your nervous system is tired of surviving emotional storms. Mentally strong people understand something most humans ignore completely. Peace is expensive, and protecting it sometimes requires disappointing people. So you begin choosing silence more often, distance more often, rest more often, and some people misunderstand this version of you. They call you distant, cold, or detached. But what they don't understand is that pain taught you how valuable emotional peace truly is. Sign 10. growing through pain gently. Perhaps the deepest sign of mental strength is learning how to grow through pain quietly. You stop announcing every emotional battle to the world, not because you're pretending to be okay, but because life taught you not everyone understands pain sincerely. Some people listen only to judge. Some disappear when things become emotionally difficult. So you begin rebuilding yourself privately, quietly. You heal in silence. You cry alone sometimes. You fight battles inside your mind that nobody around you fully sees. And while people assume you're simply becoming quieter, you're actually transforming emotionally. Pain changes people deeply. If it doesn't destroy you, it deepens you. It changes the way you trust, love, react, and protect your energy. And maybe that's why mentally strong people often become harder to understand over time. Not because they became emotionless, but because they finally learned that not everyone deserves access to their inner world. And maybe that's the real truth about mentally strong people. They don't become louder after pain. They become calmer, more selective, more aware of who deserves their energy. Because after everything life puts them through, they finally understand that protecting their peace is more important than proving themselves to the world.